I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on calculus. We have just learned what is chain rule, and here we will see its application. Now there are two questions which are very related. Question number 1, find first derivative of square root of x plus 1 over square root of x whole square. And question number 2 is find first derivative of square root of x plus 1 over square root of x to the power of 7. So the only difference here is in the power of the function given to you. Now, if you are given the first function and you need to find the derivative, you could do without chain rule also, right? So I hope you remember what is a plus b whole square equals to, right? Which is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So the first function, square root of x plus 1 over square root of x whole square, could actually be written as x, that means square of this, plus 2ab, which is 2 times square root of x times 1 over square root of x, right? Plus this square, which is 1 over x. So you could actually write this function like this, and then you can find the derivative, correct? So if that is your function, then the derivative, let's say this is y equals to, then dy dx is basically equal to derivative of x is 1, and here these two terms cancel, right? So you get 0 here, and this derivative is, this is x to the power of minus 1, right? So you could write this as minus x to the power of minus 2, or you can say that the derivative is 1 minus 1 over x squared, correct? So you get your result very easily. So that is to say that in this particular situation, you don't really have to apply the chain rule. However, if I increase the power, then expansion becomes very difficult and you cannot really solve. Even if I increase the number of terms inside, then also it becomes a very difficult question. Chain rule helps us to take care of any function for that matter inside, right? So that is the beauty. So let us see how to solve question number 2 using chain rule, right? So we have square root of x plus 1 over square root of x, everything to the power of 7. So that is y. So the derivative dy with respect to x will now be what? 7 times the function, right? 7 times the function which is square root of x plus 1 over square root of x to the power of 7 minus 1, which is 6, times the derivative d dx of the inside function, right? Of the inside function, which is square root of x plus 1 over square root of x. You get an idea, correct? So that is the application of chain rule, right? So this is by chain rule. Now we'll go one more step and say derivative is 7 times square root of x plus 1 over square root of x to the power of 6, and the derivative here is derivative of each one of them. So this is x to the power of half, so when you do this derivative you get 1 over 2 square root x, correct? And in this case it is x to the power of minus half. Let me show you on the side, because at times I think there could be a difficulty here, right? So let's look into this part, right? So we could write this as, let's use a different ink. So we could write this as x to the power of minus half, correct? So when I take the derivative, right, in that case it will be minus x to the power of minus half minus 1, which is minus half x to the power of minus 3 by 2, correct? Or it can be written as minus 1 over 2 times, this is x to the power of 3 by 2. Is that clear to you? So that becomes the derivative of this portion, correct? So I'll write this derivative here as minus 1 over 2. Now this is like cube of square root, so you could also write this as square root x cube. Is it okay? So that could be another way of writing the same thing. So as you can see here, the chain rule really helps to find the derivative of functions which are very difficult to work with otherwise. So let's just simplify this a bit, and we can write our answer as 7 times square root of x plus 1 over square root of x, and here I just want to write this as 1 over 2 square root x minus, that is all, right? I could have taken half outside, so I'll take 2 outside now, and then this right here as x cube. Is it okay? So that is how we could actually provide the solution of the given question. Now since 2 was in denominator for both, I factored it out, wrote it outside. So here I've shown you how we can find the derivative of 1 over square root x, writing x as to the power of minus half, and then derivative will be minus, power rule is being applied here, correct? And then we just simplify to get our answer. So I hope these steps are simple and straightforward. Feel free to write your comment, share your views. I'll take up a video where we will take up some challenging questions and then solve them using chain rule. Thanks for watching and all the best.